Hello, my name's Calista Lucor, and this is Peter the Great.
Brought to you by Russia.
Born on June 9, 1672 to the parents Tsar Alexis and Natalia Krylovna, Peter the Great was a Russian Tsar in the late 17th century. He was his father's 14th child, but his mother's first son. Because of all Peter's siblings were sickly, the Moscow Uprising resulted in Ivan V and Peter the Great getting the throne from 1682 to 1696, as well as his sister becoming regent. When Ivan died, Peter was officially declared sovereign of all Russia, which was severely underdeveloped compared to other European countries of that time. Instead of joining the hype of the Renaissance, Russia rejected Western influence and remained isolated from modernization. Now, Peter, why did you roll with your brother?
I joined the rule in 1682 with my brother Ivan V because he was very sick, as was all my other siblings, who mostly died young. Ivan V was oldest and I was the 14th child, but also the healthiest and most fit to rule. Ivan's rule did not last long, for he died in 1696. I was then able to rush myself.
What did you do after your brother Ivan's death?
Party. I started ruling Russia by myself and was named the Sovereign of Russia. I focused on strengthening our navy, army, along with separating the churches from school due to having such great power over the Orthodox Church. I also issued new administrative and territorial divisions in Russia.
What made you so determined to push Russia to become more modern?
Russia had become a severely underdeveloped nation. This is also mainly because of it being a landlocked country and having Asia's influence from the Mongolia Empire. I wanted Russia to become a great nation that could make decisions between some of the people under Russia.
Why did you force Western clothing ideas upon Russia?
Well, in order to become more modern, you have to look more modern. The West needed to witness that Russia is becoming just as advanced than them, hence the new clothing.
Is it true that you also issued a beard tax?
Yes, that is true, along with many other taxes that I installed in Russia. I taxed almost everything, even birthing children. This system allowed for me to finance the newly organized armies and navies of Russia. I also benefited my goal of westernizing by causing people to look and dress like modern Europeans of the time. It was a win-win situation for me.
Now it's time for the visual aid. Here's a short story about Peter.
On my return from Europe, I was greeted by many nobles whom had beards, to which I proceeded to then pull out a massive barber razor and shaved all of them off of the nobles. Due to my great power, nobody questioned me.
What wars did you fight?
I fought a war in Sweden, which gained me territory on the Baltic Sea. I also squashed my own citizens' revolt as to ensure that there was no chance of anyone foiling my goal of westernizing Russia. I also gained territory in Estonia, Latvia, and Finland, access to the Black Sea from winning multiple wars with Turkey.
What are some of your achievements?
Some of my greatest achievements, I would have to say, was creating a standing army and breaking up noble lineage, sharing it among peasants. I also created ranks so that nobles would be forced to work for the good of Russia and not for themselves. This also gave a chance for peasants to prove themselves. No one was ranked based on their birth status.
What were some of your bad qualities or habits?
Even though I had many great accomplishments, I had some bad qualities. I was known to be cruel and tyrannical. I also would not allow my citizens to protest against my policies, so I would immediately suppress them. My word was law, and I ruled with an iron fist. I also killed my eldest son out of suspicion for treason, and some might argue that I am an alcoholic.
When and how did you die?
I died on February 8, 1725. The most likely cause is from gangrene. This was found after an autopsy was performed on my body. Gangrene is when the body tissues die and cause blood loss to an area. This also damages organs, muscles, which led to my demise.
Which child inherited Russia from you?
No child of mine inherited Russia from me. Catherine the Great succeeded in my policies because I failed to name an heir of my own. Many of my children died young, except for my son Alexis, whom I killed and suspected for treason from. Catherine furthered my great goal of westernizing Russia.
Peter the Great is best known for kindling the spark of Russia, which eventually became the great and powerful flame in the modern age. He was taught by multiple tutors such as Nikita Zotov, Patrick Gordon, and Paul Menicius. Not only did he create many reforms, but studied science and technology. He also encouraged trade and commerce, modernizing the Russian alphabet, introduced the Julian calendar, established the first Russian newspaper, defined his army, separated schools and churches, and adopted new administrative and territorial divisions of the country. His actions shaped Russia into the powerful nation it is today. Thank you and goodbye.